In this video, we are going to talk about photosynthesis, which is the conversion of light energy to chemical energy by plants. This process includes two important reactions, which are the light-dependent reaction and the light-independent reaction. The first one, occurs in the thylakoid membrane, produces ATP, NADPH, and O2, while the second one, also known as the Calvin cycle, occurs in the stroma, uses CO2, ATP, and NADPH to make carbohydrates. In general, plants absorb water through its roots, bring it to the leaves, and where CO2 enter and O2 leaves, and the chlorophyll absorbs the photon from the sun. Just a reminder that plant cells include blastite, which animal cells does not have. The most important blastite is chloroplast. Chloroplast includes thylakoids, which stores chlorophyll. It is stacked into grana, and the outside is known as stroma. Now, first we are going to talk about the light-dependent reaction. It all starts with the sun. A photon traveling from the sun hits a chlorophyll, and the electron absorbs the energy and gets excited. This process is called photoexcitation. Chlorophyll is part of photosystem 2. Now, a special protein takes the excited electron from the chlorophyll. This protein is known as mobile electron carrier. Now, the chlorophyll is missing the electron that it lost for the mobile electron carrier. So it cooperates with the rest of the photosystem 2, and they split the water. Chlorophyll take one of its electrons to replace the one it lost. This results in hydrogen or protons and oxygen, which we use to breathe. Now, remember the electron that was transferred by the mobile electron carrier? It's being now transferred to the second station, which is the cytochrome complex. It serves as an intermediate station between the PS2 and the PS1, and also it uses some of the electron energy to get another proton in. But why this proton? Now, do you remember that splitting of water in PS2 resulted in protons as well? This way, it creates a concentration gradient. When too much electrons or too much protons gather inside the thylakoid, they repel each other. So, they want to get away from each other. And this happens through the ATP synthase, which uses their energy to add P to ADP, making ATP. This process is known as cyclic phosphorylation. Now let's get back to our electron, which is still at the cytochrome complex. It now moves to PS1, and what's left of its energy is used to make NADPH, a major energy carrier. The process of the traveling of the electron from PS2 to cytochrome complex to PS1 is known as non-cyclic phosphorylation. Now, let's move to the Calvin cycle, also known as the light-independent cycle and also known as the dark reaction. It actually happened during the daytime, but it does not use photons. That's why it's called the dark reaction. The products of the PS2, like ATP and NADPH, are used in stage 1. The ones that are used in stage 1 are used here to make useful things for the plant, which are carbohydrates. The Calvin cycle happened in 3 phases in the stroma, as mentioned before. The first phase is carbon fixation, which is, as the name indicates, fix CO2 to RUB, which is a 5-carbon sugar, using an enzyme known as RUBP carboxylase.
Created using Powtoon.